Good morning, everyone. Okay, so today, I know I missed yesterday, but the reality is that at all-time highs, we just have no idea what's going to happen. So I went ahead and I drew two lines, or like two levels. It was basically just anywhere we had a pullback on, what was it, Tuesday's insane rally. And then yesterday, obviously, right, we were still up here, and then we just shorted to um, 770. And we've held 770 yesterday, and we held it overnight. So today, basically, um, do not be surprised if we just randomly take off where we have, right? And if we do, like, climb to all-time highs, this is not a short. I know it looks like a probably a short, but it's all-time highs, man. For all we know, it could just chop and then rip, and we just have no idea where it's gonna rip. 780. I've seen a lot of the Wizard. Shout out to the Wizard. He keeps saying 780, so 780 could be a level. But again, it could just keep going, and no one knows where it's gonna end. So I do, and this is just because of the Wizard, guys. You know. Anyways, the second option, which does not mean we're still bearish, to me is 760. I'll tell you why. Because that was a previous all-time high, and we only have this leg up holding us up. I don't know if I use this analogy with y'all, but the way I like to use it is like we need two legs for a table. Or four, but you know what I mean? We're looking at sideways. So that is a real move I'm chasing. The reality is we just haven't visited price to even know where our levels are. This is more of accumulating data, just observing. We fell 770, maybe it's short. It's a good idea, but I wouldn't even. The thing is, like, we could bounce from any of these like small. They're not even pullbacks, right? Because it's like literally just a 15-minute. So they're just 15-minute little red candles. So I wouldn't even consider those were pullbacks. They're just somewhere where we have met some resistance. So if we do, like, the problem about shorting this, if 770 fails, like 768 could be the bounce, right? Or we could just consolidate here and then figure out, wants to do down or up. And then 764 is another one. But the one that we do know, the one that we have the most history of, the most data, is 760 because it was a previous all-time high, right? So I think right here, this is logically, this is it, the 760. Now it is a $10 drop, so that is a big drop for us to expect. But if we're gonna have any pullback based out of everything, I think 760 is the right level to wait to then has been solidified. That level has been solidified, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. So all these have been solidified. I would, if it holds long, right? If we reclaim 776 long as well, there's just no shorts right now unless 760 fails for me. If 760 fails, that is a short. Obviously, we could short like the intraday, right? And then we just climb to very high because in the volume, we have a gap in volume right here, which also aligns with 760. Yeah, we have, and this is just the last 5 days. So there's a gap here. This is why also I'm saying 760 because volume alone, right? Like there's no volume. We're underneath the big shelf. So technically it's a lot easier to, drop to the gap than to climb this massive shelf that we've seen. So yeah, guys, just longs, right? I'm not saying that's the move, but it just they're all looks healthy longs, right? We reclaim 776, we're long. We hold 770, we're long. Even if we drop and we bounce from 760, that's still a long. Only a short I mean, you could, like I said, you could write these, but these are not, no one knows. It's only a short. For whatever reason, we do drop under 760 instead of a bounce. And then we do this. That's the only short I see today. Because realistically, like, let's say we do climb, right? Like, let's say we climb, just so weird, here, and then we short it, right? And then out of nowhere, boom. It's all-time highs, guys. Spy market will do what it wants to do, however it wants to do it. All we can do is try to ride the waves. So best of luck, everyone. 770, 76, 760. Good trading.